Good evening. I was gonna say good morning. It's definitely not morning. It's actually like 11 p.m. My mom has a super late flight, so I have to pick her up in a little bit. But I figured why not turn on the camera and chat with you guys while I tidy up. I know my last video was like actually a late night chit chat too, but I'm trying to like figure out how to juggle 2 kids and filming without it like disrupting our day or bugging them or getting in the way of our one-on-one time or our 2-on-1 time, whatever. One-on-one time is very little at the moment. But yeah, I'm just figuring that out right now. So hopefully just us hanging out is cool with you guys. I know you normally don't mind. Oh good, it's just Bonnie. I thought it was William. Hi Bonnie. How are you? She's probably upset. When things are off schedule, she gets very upset and I am awake alone randomly at 11 p.m. So she's like, why is mom out in the living room? It's okay, boo-boo. I know you have plenty of food and water because William loves to check on it and change it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm just learning how to juggle filming with 2 children without bugging our flow, especially because I'm now doing more on Instagram, more reels, which I do share them in shorts, like on YouTube or whatever, but I am sharing some extra stuff in my stories on Instagram, so you should be following. Wink, wink, hint, hint. You should go over there. Elena_Sloup, I believe it is. So yeah, William was loving the kitchen for a while, but he hasn't touched it in a couple days, so it's a perfect time to just clean it up, get it all organized again, and then put it in the garage for now and bring it back out during a different toy rotation. And we have a blast with this, honestly, but the clutter it brings to our living room, Mama is just not about that. So I am happy to see it go today. I am happy to see it go, yes. And there's just so many parts, like, oh my goodness. Now another basket. I normally have one for fruits and one for veggies. Where is my fruit basket? I don't know, but I feel like I'm cleaning my own dang kitchen right now. Anyway, you guys know that William was sick and then we were kind of like in this weird time where he was like not sick, but getting his energy back and just emotional and tantrums. And I know toddlers have big feelings, but this was like just an extreme, at least for us. It was extreme. We are still having big feelings, but it is coming down. We're getting a little closer back to like normal, I would say. Thankfully, because that is needed. But the sleep schedule is still so off with William and Jett. I mean, Jett's a newborn, but like the little schedule he had, yeah, no. Not there anymore. So we're trying to get that back together. That sickness just threw it off so much. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I don't wish that on anyone, having a sick toddler and a newborn, but I'm so thankful Jett did not get sick and we didn't get sick either, thankfully. But if Jett would have gotten sick, that would have been so bad. Oh gosh, I can't even imagine. But we're obviously so happy William's like getting back to normal, and he's been so funny lately. He's just been like pulling random things out of nowhere. Like he told us that he wants to go to a hotel and we're like, a hotel? Okay. Yeah, sleep at hotel, Mom. I'm like, okay. You want to sleep at a hotel? Maybe we can do that sometime in the future. And there are a couple little like weekend trips that we do want to take. We've been talking about it, but we've never really talked about a hotel with him. So I don't know where he got that. And then like a couple days later, he goes, Mom, can we stay at a Disney hotel? I want a hotel with Mickey. And I'm like, what? Like, where'd you get this? And he said, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. He's literally watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse one time, because my mom came over and we were singing hot dog, hot diggity dog, or whatever. That's not how it goes. That was so off. That was off. But anyway, that song. And we wanted to show him the song, so we put on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but it's crazy. Like, you watch it one time, they must have talked about a hotel, and now you want to go to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse hotel. It's just funny. And then you guys know he's like obsessed with Halloween, and we watch Halloween videos. Honestly, that's like all he watches when we do screen time now. He asks for Halloween videos. It's just people walking around Halloween stores like, look at this, look at this. Yeah, it's just crazy that that's what he wants to watch, but whatever. We've been doing a better job at limiting his screen time. Well, not when he was sick. He just like blankly stared at it when he was sick. But we've been doing a lot better about limiting the screen time, but it's all Halloween pretty much when he does get it. That's what he wants. Anyway, long story long. Actually, short story long. He goes, Mom, we get Halloween animatronic. And I said, oh, you want to get a Halloween animatronic? Yeah, he calls himself we. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if we're going to be getting a Halloween animatronic this year. Like, I don't really know. That's a little pricey, and I don't really want one, to be completely honest. But he did get to go to his first Halloween store this year, which was super, super exciting as I'm cleaning up Easter eggs, because he requested an Easter egg hunt this week, which we have been hunting eggs all week long. Gonna put that away. It's literally Easter and Halloween in my house, apparently 24/7. And Jett likes Christmas music, which William always did, but Jett does, and it's not Christmas, so I guess it's just all seasons here right now. Just all seasons here, which is just ridiculous. But we did go to At Home, as they have some stuff out, and we ended up buying a little Halloween decoration. I was like, we're not gonna buy anything. And he was so good about it, but there's actually a couple really cute things, and I wanted this certain thing. And I had mentioned it to him like while we were looking, like, oh yeah, Mommy likes that one. And we were sitting there, and at the very end I said, was there anything that you really liked? And he goes, like this, come. And he like hunkers down, like shuffles, and we're like a couple aisles away from this thing. Shuffles, this, Ma, this. Like, oh, you really like that? And he's like, yeah. He didn't ask for it. And I said, well, I think we can get it today, because I really like it too. And he's like, like he was, oh my gosh, he was so pumped. Anyway, he's proud of that thing. Woo, he is so proud of that thing. It is currently plugged into his room. He uses it as a nightlight. So there's that. But he's just funny. Like, it's so fun to see like what he gravitates to, and he's really starting to talk in sentences. He told me like a whole stinking story the other day. I was like, wow, you're just pulling random things out of nowhere, and it is so cool. And you guys know I talk with my hands all the time, and so does Will. So seeing William like express himself in that way too is so funny. It's so stinking funny. All right, we're moving from William's kitchen to my kitchen, which I feel like all my videos are in the kitchen lately, but that's just is what it is. I told you guys in my last video that I wanted to start trying new things like overnight oats, which I haven't tried the overnight oats yet. However, but I have tried a couple other things. Like I tried this crockpot ramen the other day, and Will was like super skeptical. I've tried to make ramen one time. I tried to make it from scratch and like was so excited about this ramen. It looked beautiful. We took a bite, whatever, and it was disgusting. Like, we ordered pizza that night and Will still is horrified. Like, it was that bad. Like, it was so bad. I was so worried to make ramen again. This was like a super easy crock pot ramen. I'm like, let's give it a shot. It was actually pretty good. I definitely would add some different things in. Like, it was almost too simple. Like, I would add in like onion and some other things in it. But all in all, it's a good base of a recipe. So I'll put that in the description. And then tonight, we tried these Greek potatoes. So easy, and they were so good. Will was like, what did you do? Like, this is the best potatoes I've ever had. I'm like, yeah, I know, me too. They were delicious, and William even ate them, and he does not eat potatoes, mashed potatoes, anything. He'll eat a French fry, but that's it. So yeah, trying new recipes out. I'll link both those down below. Yeah, I still haven't tried those overnight oats. I really need to. But I am currently making coffee. Well, heating up leftover coffee. He brewed it earlier and then just like left it in this for me in the microwave because he already wanted to like prep it for the morning or whatever, but it's besides the point. I'm making coffee, that is the point, because my mom's flight has been delayed. I thought I was gonna be picking her up around like 12:30, but now it's more like 2 a.m. So yeah, that just stinks, but whatever. I asked over on Instagram for some dairy-free coffee creamer. Do I have to shake this one? Let's go and shake it. Dairy-free coffee creamers because I had tried literally 5 and they all tasted like water or just disgusting, honestly. And I don't know. I was so annoyed because I'm like, I'm dairy-free now. I can't eat when I want to eat and like I can't even have a good cup of coffee. But I finally found one that I like. Thanks to one of you guys who suggested it. I wanted to try this one because it was caramely. So it is the Starbucks non-dairy creamer. It's like a mix of oat milk and almond milk. But what I've been doing, which it's been delicious, is taking some cinnamon and just boop, boop. Whoa, got that all over me. But taking a little bit of cinnamon in there, and then adding my creamer, obviously, which I'm a creamer girl, like, probably good. And then we have our little milk frother, which I think might need new batteries. Oh, it actually, I bet we'll change the batteries. It was like struggling to start. Anyway, a little mix, a little frothy on top. And it's a pretty dang good cup of coffee. Honestly, it reminds me of the cinnamon dolce at Starbucks. It's been a couple days since I had coffee. Delicious. Sad, guys, because so sad. I started my milk stash right at the beginning this time around. Because like with William, I never really had milk stashed in the freezer at all. Like I think the max amount I had was like 5 bags of 2 ounces, I'm pretty sure. But with Jett, I was able to like just kind of collect little by little and add it up. And I have, I think like 30 ounces in there from like those first couple weeks. And I was having dairy, so I can't really use it. So I'm trying to decide like to give it away, like donate it to someone. I wish I knew someone who needed it, or I don't think I know anyone who would want it. I don't know, and I'm not into like milk baths and all that. Honestly, that freaks me out. I don't know, freaks me out. To each their own. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. And then it's just sad because like 30 ounces is a lot. And then since then, my supply, like it hasn't regulated yet, I wouldn't say, because that happens around like what, 3 months or whatever. Because I'm obviously not a doctor, whatever, but from what I understand is when the baby's little, they eat all the time, whenever. So your body creates the milk and stores the milk. Oh, I don't need to do that hand gesture. But it like stores the milk. And then like come 3 months, they're more on a schedule and they don't eat as often. And so your body is kind of like times it better and doesn't need to store the milk. It's more created on demand when the baby needs it or wants it. That's from what I understand. So that's why I was really hoping to get a stash these early weeks and months, because I knew my body would be producing more, kind of, without pumping. I was just really hockeying and whatever, if hockeying is now a verb. So anyway, I'm just sad. I gotta figure out what to do with those 30 ounces. And I don't know, like we never got we never got Jett tested if he was actually dairy intolerant, or maybe he's just like sensitive to it and he'll grow out of it. There's actually a girl that I follow, and she's had 3 kids, and all her kids were not intolerant, but just sensitive to it until about 6 months old. And then she like slowly introduced it back into her diet and they didn't have any issues after that. So I'm thinking maybe in a couple months to kind of just try it out. So maybe I can do that with my milk, and I don't know. We'll see. All right, I've definitely talked your ear off way more than I was expecting to. But I did want to update you guys on Jetty. So we went to his 2-month appointment, and he is 11 pounds, 8 ounces, and 24 inches long. 2 whole feet long, which is just crazy. I don't know. I need to look back and see how long William was, but not that long, that's for sure. She was, I don't want to say concerned, but she brought up that he is in the 86th percentile in height and then the 26th in weight. And they like to see that number like closer together than that, just so they're proportionate and, you know, you're making sure that they're growing appropriately. And so we're hoping he'll gain some weight, but she's like, you know, he just could be a tall, slender guy. And that's kind of what we're thinking, because he is gaining and growing. It's just like in height. And he's doing okay, like with his neck control. Like she's saying, like, it's not like he doesn't have muscle. He just doesn't have fat. So we'll see. I want to say at this stage, William was in like the 60s, I think, for both height and weight. And then he like chunked up, like come like 3 and 4 months. He got chunky after that. So we'll just see what happens with Jetty. But overall, he is doing good. No other concerns other than that. And yeah, but oh, another thing, guys, kind of scary. So have you guys have ever heard of a hair tourniquet? So that's when hair gets wrapped around a baby's finger or toes and literally cuts off the circulation like a tourniquet would. And they can't communicate the pain or what's going on. So my neighbor actually told me, I was just talking to her, she has a baby like 2 months older than William, and her little boy had one on his toe. And she said his toe was like 4 times the size that it normally is. She said they tried everything. Like they tried those little nail scissors. They tried like a little pocket knife. Like they were so worried to cut him. They ended up just going to the ER. Like, hey, what do we do? And at the ER, they literally pulled out a bottle of Nair and just Naired it off, which makes complete sense. Like it melts the hair away. So yesterday, Will looks down. He's like, oh my gosh, like his toe. And it hadn't gotten super tight yet, but you could see the hair and like his toe was red. And we looked at it and we like kind of tried to pull on it, but as you pull anything, it just gets immediately tighter. So it's actually the worst thing to do is to tighten it. But I'm like, we're skipping all the things. We're not even gonna try to cut this thing off. We're going straight to Nair. I literally bought it. I'm so glad I bought it. I almost didn't, but I was at Target like the day after I talked to my neighbor. I was like, let me just pick up a bottle just in case. Thankfully I did. Put it on there, waited a couple minutes, wiped it away with a towel. Most of the hair went away, but there's one strand still there, and I just pulled that one strand because the Nair had weakened the hair. So yeah, I would just have one of those on hand if you are a long-haired mama like me. But honestly, you don't even have to have long hair. It could be a shorter hair. And what we think happened with Jett is that it was one of like hairballs, I guess, you know, like in the dryer, like the hair collects into like a little ball. That was what was attached to him. So it must have just been in his sock or something, or in a blanket he was using, and it got wrapped around his little toe because it was just one hair wrapped around a lot. Like how to get that crazy, but then like a teeny little ball hair after. So it definitely was something in the dryer. So yeah, makes me want to cut my hair off. Honestly, Jett likes to pull on my hair all the time, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be checking for hair tourniquets way more often. William never had one, so yeah, there's that. But I guess that's the end of this vlog. I think that's everything I wanted to catch you up on. Just still getting back to normal after being sick, honestly. Like just getting back into routine and going on our outings and getting back into the flow. And I'm hoping the sleep will get better in time, because man, we were doing dang good, I feel like, before the sickness. So got to get back to that. But then I also know babies' sleep patterns or whatever change at 3 months. So we're getting closer to that every day, and we'll see how that ride is. But I'll see you guys all next time. I'm going to enjoy my coffee and my extra hour and a half of time I did not know I had before my mom got delayed. So I'll see you guys all next week.